And welcome to Maths with Dan. Today we're going to be looking at proportions, pretty much the basics of proportions, what to expect with proportions more in a sort of foundation paper. So if you're doing the higher paper, maybe this isn't the video for you, or you can skip through to see if you find it a bit too simple, but this is mainly focused on the foundation paper level of proportions. For any sort of private tutoring lessons, just click on the email in the description, in the link below. Any sort of questions, leave a comment, and be sure to leave it a like if you like the video. If not, don't leave it a like, and enjoy the rest of the video. So starting off, we have question 1. A piece of wood is of length 45 centimeters. The length is divided into the ratio 7:2. Work out the length of each part. So it wants you to work out the length of the part 7 and the part 2. I'll just draw it out for you, the piece of wood. So see how this is, that's the first part, this is the second part. So the length, the first bit is size 7, the next bit is size 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. So proportionately, it all adds up to 9. And the whole length is 45 centimeters. So you want to see, in terms of seeing how the whole length is put in the ratio of 9, how many centimeters goes into each of the 9? So you do 45 divided by 9. So it's all of 45 centimeters. So you want to work out what one part is. So 45 divided by 9 is 5. So one part equals 5. So to work out the first part, which is 7, you do 7 times 5, gives you 35. To work out the next part, you do 5 times 2, which gives you 10. So the length of the first part is 35, and the next one is 10. It's quite a simple one. It's one of the basic ones, one of the first ones you'd get on a foundation paper. Hopefully you guys understood this one. If you don't, just maybe re-go over it. But this is like basic proportions. And then this one you can give it a pause, potentially go through yourself beforehand. But it says Melissa is 13 years old, Becky is 12 years old, Daniel is 10 years old. Melissa, Becky and Daniel share £28 in the ratio of their ages. Becky gives a third of her share to her mother. How much should Becky now have? So the best thing I find with these sort of things is writing it out. So Melissa, put for M, Becky for B, D for Daniel. So MBD, then I'll put the ages underneath. So Melissa is 13 years old, Becky is 12, Daniel is 10. So, and it says they share the 28 in the ratio of their ages. So at first you want to find out how much is one of it worth, like we did previously. So you add it all up, it's 35. And 35 into £28. So you do 35 divided by, you do 28 divided by 35, because 35 parts in £28, that should give you 0.8 if you put it into your calculator. Yep, 0.8. So you know that one part is 0.8, and it says how much should Becky now have? It says though, Becky gives a third of her share to her mother. So Becky, see how she has 12? She gives 1/3 to her mother. Therefore, she has 2/3 left over, because 3 minus 1 is 2, so she has 2/3 left over. So 12 times 2 over 3 gives 4. For 8, because gives you 8, because 1/3 is 4, 2/3 is 8. So you then do 8 times 0.8, because each part is 0.8. So 8 times 0.8. I believe it's 6.4. Yep, 6.4. Then moving on to the next question. Question 5. This one's similar level to the one previously. Amy, Beth and Colin share 36 sweets in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4. So you want to find out how many of the ratio is altogether, so how many parts there are. So you do 2 plus 3 plus 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that gives you 9. And Amy, Beth, and Colin. So and then you have a workout number of sweets in each of them receives. So you do 36 divided by 9 to find one part. You're always trying to find out what one part is. So you always add the ratio together and you find out what one part is. That gives you 4. And it says Amy, there's 2 parts to her. See how Amy, there's 2. Beth, there's 3. Colin, there's 4. I'll just write it out so you can see it better. So see how I've written 2, then A underneath for Amy, 3 and B underneath for Beth, and 4 and C underneath for Colin. So you do 2 times 4 to give you 8 for Amy, and you can do 3 times 4 to give you 12 for Beth, and then 4 times 4 to give you 16 for Colin. It's a 3-mark question, and that would be on the foundation paper or the beginning of a higher paper. The next question, question 8. Anne and Bob share £240 in the ratio 3 to 5. Anne gives half of her share to Colin. Bob gives a tenth of his share to Colin. What fraction of 240 did Colin receive? So you've got to first work out how much did Anne and Bob receive separately before working out the next bit. So you write it out. Anne, Bob, A, B. So that's 3 to 5. Just writing it out in this structure so you can see where everything's coming from. You want to find out one part, so you add all the parts together, which is 8, and it's £240. So £240 divided by 8 to find one part. £30 gives you 30. So you know Anne, because she has 3 parts, so 3 times 30 is 90. And then Bob has 5 parts, so you do 3 times 5, 150. But it says Anne gives half of her share to Colin. You see how Anne, she's got 90 left over, so you now need to halve that. So she now has 45. Bob gives a tenth of his share to Colin, so a tenth of 150 is 15. 45 plus 15 to work out what he got altogether, which gives you 60. And it wants to find the fraction of 240, so you do 60 over 240, which gives you 1 over 4. It's 60, 120, 180, yeah, 1 over 4. Moving on. This is one of the more harder ones in terms of this. We're not going through very hard proportions, but this is what to expect. Jim has only 5p coins and 10p coins. The ratio of number of 5p coins to number of 10p coins is 2 to 3. Work out the ratio of the total value of the 5p coins, the total value of the 10p coins. Give your answer in its simplest form. So first off, you write 5p to 10p. Then underneath, you see there's 2 5p coins and there's 3 10p coins. So 5 times 2 is 10 to find the value of 5p coins. And then 10p times 3 to find the value of 10p coins, which is 30. So 10 to 30 is the same as 1 to 3. And that would then give you your answer. You guys learnt something from today within proportions. If you did, you could send it to a friend, the video, just to help them if they have any problems. If not, don't bother. And I'll see you in the next video.